Welcome back to another episode of What Do We Watch? Before we get into today's episode, if you guys are enjoying the show, if you want to give us a rating on wherever you find your podcasts, if you could follow us, really want to just hear what you guys think of it. If you could share it around, it really helps get the word out. And yeah, that's all we got. All right. Now on to the episode. Welcome, friends. Old and new.
Which one's old?
I don't know.
Yeah, what?
No, I don't know. That was a
new?
weird way to start this conversation. So we are joined here with Emily. Say hi to the people.
Hello.
Yeah, it was okay. And Keith is back. He's looking healthy as always.
Oh, hello.
Happy to have him here.
No,
And we got Sable rooting around in the background, so she's going to be our little mascot for today. So what gathers us here today? We're going to do things a little different. So we do our normal, what did you watch, all that stuff. But before we get in, now let's see, what did you watch, Keith? What have you been watching?
So I did see Poor Things.
Cool. So now we're going to get in. No, I'm just kidding. Poor Things, okay.
It's a new movie. It's actually on like the Oscars list as well. But it's Yorgos Lanthimos. He's like a Greek guy.
Okay.
He
sounds like
a Greek director.
He's
Sorry.
a Greek guy.
But he's done some. He just does weird movies. Like he did Killing the Sacred Deer.
Okay. I've never seen that one.
Yeah, they're just like
That's one of Emily's favorites, though.
yeah.
Oh, sure.
So Poor Things came out. It stars Emma Stone.
Oh, that was the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were telling me this the other day.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep going.
And
I'm
Willem
sorry.
Dafoe. I don't really want to say anything about it because it's
Yeah.
like one of those things I think if you see it without knowing anything, it's just insane. I also don't recommend it to many people.
So Emily wouldn't. It actually wouldn't be her.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
haven't watched a movie with Emily, but I don't think this is her thing.
What would you say your favorite movies are, Emily?
Well, I do like Emma Stone, typically,
Yeah.
but I feel like
No,
this isn't
it's
her
not
typical movie.
Like, what is your favorite movies, though? Give me your top 3 movies all time.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Our top 3 Emma Stone movies.
Emma Stone movies. Okay, well, La La Land's number 1,
Okay.
for sure.
That movie's actually cool. I just saw that
Yeah.
too.
Really? First time?
I think I've seen part of it before,
Movie is very good.
but I don't think I saw the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Little Ryan G.
Ryan G and
Ryan G.
they make a good combo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in Crazy Stupid Love together.
Crazy Stupid Love,
Yeah.
that's top 3 for sure.
Well, I was gonna say if you gave us your top movies, Keith, you could use those 3 movies to determine if this would be a movie
Oh, I
that
already
you would
know.
like.
I already know.
It's La La
just
Land
not-
being number
it's
1.
Not, it's not looking
It's
good.
not.
It's just a bad
It's
sign.
just like
I know it's like weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of stuff happens that you don't want to see. But by the I will say
Oh, yeah,
this.
you were like by the end, you're
By
just
the-
numb to everything.
I will say this.
was like,
I
oh,
thought
cool.
well because Olivia can put up with some bullshit. But
Yeah.
I didn't know like how much she could put up with, and like immediately,
And
you're
now
like,
you know.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I'm uncomfortable. I wonder how she's feeling. And her face is just like, but like so much happens at the beginning that by the end, even when insane stuff is happening, I'll just say insane stuff or
Yeah.
just anything.
just all encompassing.
You're just like, it's like not even a big deal.
You're like, whatever, dude. I don't even care
But, yeah,
anymore.
it's kind of crazy.
What else did you watch?
Did I say? I forget if I saw Saltburn before the last time we talked, but I
You
saw
asked
that.
me. No, I don't think you asked me about that.
We watched that. That's another
Yes.
weird one, but that's like I feel like that's like a stepping stone towards the Poor Thing. So like you can,
So if I
it's
watch
like one
that,
foot
if-
in. You
if
guys
Emily
can
and I
watch that.
Okay.
There's a couple of scenes that you guys would be like, ick or oh, but like
Who would say which?
I don't know. I honestly kind of want you to watch it just so I can hear.
Yeah. Do you want me to do? We could live stream it. Ick.
Ick.
I'd be like, oh, they got to the part. That's pretty good. What else? You got those 2? Those are like newer movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always start off with what I saw that was newer.
Yeah.
But we did go back and watch.
I never realized that that's how you do that. I was like, wow, he just watches some new stuff, and then he just remembers his old stuff.
Well, yeah, because I watch a lot of stuff in
Yeah,
general.
you're
Like,
just doing the
I will
highlights,
say
yeah.
this: I won't tell the audience about 90% of what I've actually watched during the week.
All right, so how many movies
Because-
did you watch this week?
Oh, I don't know.
Over, under 20.
Yeah.
20
In
in a
7
week?
calendar days. Not business days.
No, maybe under 20, but
Yeah.
like 1 or 2.
15 to 20
15 maybe. I don't know, something like that.
in 7 business days.
Maybe.
Putting
Well,
in
because
work.
Saturday I was left alone. So I
That's
watched.
true.
What did I watch?
Yeah, then Sunday, then you went to go play Magic.
Yeah.
So, Is that something that we're willing to
Oh no,
admit on the show?
I guess it's out there.
Yeah,
No, I did start watching Lord of the Rings again.
true.
I've been talking mad S on that for a long time. I
I've
don't know
never
why.
seen those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's magic.
Not The Gathering.
I've
It's
been
magic,
watching. I never saw it in 4K, but I will say that movie in 4K is just.
They have I thought, didn't they do a steelbook collection for all three?
Yeah, they did it. They did that, and then so extended in 4K. I didn't even finish the first movie yet.
The extended
4
fellowship
hours.
one is, I was gonna say it's 4 hours.
So like
That's
I watched about half of it, then I was like, I just need to go to bed. I fell
You just
asleep,
gotta
but
walk
like
away from it.
it's like incredible.
Yeah.
I've been talking a lot of crap just because I'm like, oh, I'm Frodo,
Oh, Sam.
I'm Sam. You know what I mean?
Stupid,
I
yeah.
guess we're gonna be on an adventure for 9 hours.
For a while.
But honestly, it's epic.
yeah,
So
he did a good job.
yeah,
Everyone
I'm in.
involved.
Peter Jackson rocks.
Nice. Anything else you want to call out?
No,
All right.
I've said too much.
So I actually had a couple things that I watched. This is a big week for me. I feel like I haven't been bringing a lot to the table, but I watched a movie called For Leslie. It's on Netflix.
Oh, that movie's awesome.
The movie was really good. Mark Maron was the main guy, and I can't remember the
Leslie.
who played Leslie.
Oh,
she was
man.
awesome.
Yeah, we
in that
got
movie.
recommended that by our friends.
Let me
And
look it up. For Leslie.
bro, that movie is really, really. Did you watch it
Yeah,
too?
or
No.
To Leslie. I'm sorry,
Leslie,
it's not
yeah.
for Leslie. I'm an idiot.
That movie is really good. It is very depressing at times, but
Andrea Riseborough.
yeah, it's honestly not knowing.
Yeah,
who
she was
is
awesome.
Is better because she just seems like a normal person.
Yeah,
Like
she
not an actress.
she killed it in that.
She seems like it feels like you're not watching a movie.
I don't know. Do you like Mark Maron in movies?
Yeah,
Emily's going to take the dog out.
he's a good actor.
She just mouthed it. I think you could maybe have heard it. Is she rooting around over there? What a star. But she was great. He's pretty good. He was in that show Glow. If you ever saw that.
Yes.
The wrestling one.
Is he the coach?
Yeah, he's the coach. He's the coach. And then so I watched that. I watched Beverly Hills Cop. I'd never
Dude.
seen that movie.
Oh man,
It's so good.
you got 3. I mean, one's by far the best, but the sequels are great. The music is awesome.
Yeah.
The acting.
Yeah.
Just Eddie Murphy.
Prime Eddie Murphy.
fucking
It's
kills.
it's incredible.
And then the new one is coming out.
oh really? They're doing it. Is he gonna be back in it?
Yeah. It's a lot of original cast.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it was awesome though. I mean, it was like
Oh
It's
yeah,
so
I'm
good.
glad.
Like,
I'm glad you saw it.
so
That's an awesome. That you can just put on.
oh yeah.
I always
1000%,
whenever
yeah.
somehow I always put it on when the cops are staking him out and he orders them dinner.
Yeah.
And while they're getting their dinner, like, oh, we'll go.
He does the banana.
Puts
in
the banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And he's like, you got any fruit? And he's like, yeah, I have this fruit. He's like, can I just have a banana? He's like, no.
Yeah,
I
he's
got
like,
you.
yeah, he's like, why don't you take these?
And then he puts it in the tailpipe. Oh yeah, that part's awesome.
That's
like
I also
pretty
didn't realize the guy,
early.
one of the younger detective. He's from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. He plays the guy he's like the fry cook.
Oh yeah,
I can't remember his name, but he was really good in that movie too. So that was really awesome. I watched 30 Days of Night, the vampire movie.
And that's is that Hartnett?
I don't. Let me
Right?
see.
Josh Hartnett's in it?
30 Days.
Who's the teen heartthrob? That's I think it is.
It might be. Let me see. Yeah, Josh Hartnett.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that movie was awesome.
That's a cool movie.
Uh,
I gotta rewatch that. That's it's wild, right?
It's really
Really
it's
violent?
like really violent. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was good. I don't know why I watched it. And then the last thing I'll call out is that I watched it was a series on Netflix called Inside Man with Stanley Tucci. He plays like a detective who basically he's on death row, but he helps people like solve cases because he's
Okay.
like he's like an incredible. I think he was like a criminal psychologist or something like that, but he's on death row because he killed his wife. And it was pretty good. It was like 4 parts, but it was very good.
Okay.
Um,
Trying to
Yeah.
think if I have anything else. I don't think I do.
yeah,
I watched this movie called Carnosaur.
that sounds good. Emily's back from taking our little dog out to poop.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Sabe.
Had to pick the most inconvenient time.
Hey, Sabe, remember when I took you out
Normal
earlier and
day.
you were like, I don't have to go. I'm
That's-
fine.
That's what they does, dude.
Oh, yeah. Did
And
you
then
watch
because
anything?
I had
then?
because I had to take her out, then I missed my opportunity to tell everybody how I tried to convince your dad that you actually watched Beverly Hills Chihuahua, not Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah,
It's like, no, he means Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
Oh my god, that would
have been pretty good.
that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
It would have been cool if you actually watched Beverly Hills Chihuahua and you're like, yeah, this movie's hilarious, and then
It'd be like,
and then you're just like talking about the plot and you're talking about a dog.
I'm
And
like, I
wait
didn't
a
think Eddie
second.
Murphy was in that. I was like, that's wild. But yeah, we had a lot of good ones. Did you have anything that you watched in your abundance of free time that you find yourself?
Yeah, we watched Barbie again.
Barbie again. Incredible.
Yeah.
So
Are they gonna do a sequel to that?
Barbie 2, Back in the Habit.
Oh no, I feel like it's gonna crush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they do one on Alan. That's just
like a
Michael Cera's
spin-off.
character.
Oh dude,
Yeah.
he was.
But it's like
good.
an indie A24 movie. But like Alan has like
He
crippling depression.
He was good in that.
Yeah.
He was funny.
But
Yeah,
what's
so
her
we had a
name?
lot.
Who plays the Wacky Barbie?
Oh,
what is her
Kate
name?
McKinnon.
Oh my
yeah.
god, she kills me as the Wacky Barbie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Midge. Oh man, there's so many good. The alternate Barbies are so good. And
Oh
then,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I will say America Ferrera rocks. She's
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah, I didn't really know. What was she in? It was ugly. What was it?
Ugly Betty.
Ugly Betty.
We never
yeah.
watched that.
Did you ever
but we
see
did watch-
Superstore though?
No.
Oh, she's the main character in Superstore.
Really?
It's
We
about
were-
like a Walmart.
After
pretty
we
good.
watched Barbie, we watched Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants,
Yeah.
another amazing
All right, sell me
America
on that.
Ferrera movie.
Oh,
What?
she's in that.
Yes,
Sell
she
me-
is one of the sisters.
Sell me on it.
It's like
Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
4 girls. It's America Ferrera, Alexis Bledel from Gilmore Girls,
Ugh,
Okay.
I hate her.
Blake Lively,
Ugh.
and
I don't know.
I forget who's the
Just-
4th
yeah.
one. The
just
4th
don't
one's
like-
not as famous as the other 3.
Yeah.
But
Steve Buscemi.
they're basically like 4 friends in.
Can you imagine the fourth was Steve Buscemi? He's like, his pants. I'm sorry.
So anyway, it's based on a book, but it's like 4 girls that are like a friend group, and they all have to go separate ways for the summer. And there's like this pair of jeans that one of them buys at a boutique, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, they look so good on you." So then they all try them on, and they all fit them, even though they're like clearly not
Different
the same
shapes and
size.
sizes.
So then they like all summer like send them to each other with like updates on what's going on in their life, and then they're like, "Oh my gosh, this amazing thing happened when I wore the jeans here," and then they like send them to each other.
Well,
in
did
their
they just like
various
put a note in the
locations.
pocket?
They
I
just
don't
send
know,
it like
yeah.
in the mail, and then
and
they
nobody
write like
washes
a note.
them.
They write a note and put it in the pocket. So they like.
I think it's
It's
just
just,
like
like, in the
included in the
package.
package.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no one
And then
washes
they like
them.
trade them all summer.
Like
Not a single wash.
I
don't
did.
think that's
I did
really-
CrossFit.
Thing.
Oh, yeah, I got super into hot yoga and these things.
Yeah.
A
You're
little
like, oh my
sweaty,
God.
but they're a little slick. But they're magic pants, so they're deodorizing.
That's the magic. It's pretty good.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a good
I'd never
movie.
seen it, and I was like, all right.
It's
I
like
could see it.
rom-com-y,
Yeah.
but it's good.
So should we take that movie as a nice stepping stone into the main
Yeah.
event?
Yeah.
So we are watching, or we already did watch the
Some of us
wonderful. Some
already
of us
watched.
did. So this is the spin. Keith did not watch this movie
Because
has
I
never-
refused.
Because he refused.
And I said I
He
don't
actually
watch.
said some pretty upsetting things to my wife, and I don't really like that. But
Oh my god! Why did you say that so matter of factly?
I don't know. It's funny. So you've never seen this movie.
No.
You protested it actively.
Yeah, actually,
You don't know anything about the
I
plot,
was
and you don't
picketing.
and you don't know anything about who the cast is, anything like that. So Emily and I are gonna go over this movie, talk about the plot, and then Keith's just kind of here to like observe and
Give us his reaction.
give us his reaction.
Like
his
this.
thoughts.
Whoa!
Wait, what did-
Wowzers!
what was the-
Yippee! Ick.
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 I don't know if there's really any icks in
Nah,
this
there's
movie.
No
but
icks.
Nah, you could probably
That's what we
find
should
one.
do.
You could find one.
We should
for sure.
rate our movies by icks.
How many
Yeah.
icks?
Yeah.
Be like, this is a 4-ick flick.
Yeah.
That's stupid. All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
So
Aren't
the
I?
movie is Princess Diaries.
Damn! I can't believe I missed this one. Fuck. Wait. So am I? Supposed
Yeah.
to
So
tell you
before
what I
we
think
do
it's
this,
about?
what do you think in like? Give us your super
Your
spark note overview of the
Okay.
plot. I want you to you call out who you think is in the movie too, playing each role.
Well, I think I know one.
All right,
I think I
Okay.
know that Anne Hathaway is in the movie.
Okay.
sure.
I'm
she
gonna
could be.
I'm gonna assume because it's Anne Hathaway and she's she's kind of bratty
Okay.
that she's the main role because she wouldn't do it without being the main role.
Okay.
That's just how she is. Look at her little face, her little head.
Your little
She's
face.
Look at me.
She's like, man.
I'm important.
No, I'm just kidding. She's probably a sweet lady.
Yeah.
If you're listening,
Anne.
Anne. Can we just call you Anne? Can we
Miss
just
Anne.
Do you mind? Let's just clear it up. We can call her Anne.
I mean, we'll call you Ms. Hathaway if we
Ms.
need to.
Ms.
Ms.
Anne.
I don't know her marital status. Anyways, so I think she plays the main character. Hugh Grant is definitely in it because that's what he does, and
he just crushes it.
his eyes are dreamy.
What do you think his role is? in
I
this
would do
movie?
his laundry. So I think what you get is you get a flashback, or it starts out when she's a young girl,
Okay.
and I think there's some tragedy.
There's always some tragedy.
Disney movie. There's always
like
tragedy.
There's always tragedy.
Elsa, Anna, when they flash and just show their parents. Just,
Yeah.
I honestly looked down during Frozen and I almost missed the parents dying
That's the whole thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
they
In like
just
10 seconds.
they just pull the drape down.
Yeah.
Oh, her parents are dead. Pull the drape down. So I
Get 'em
think
outta here.
something happens
Yeah.
there, and she gets sent to live with someone else in her family or somebody else, a friend of the family. Somehow she's not with her parents anymore. I think they're deceased.
Okay.
So now I think she is a princess somehow. I don't know how.
There's
Hugh
no
Grant-
plot holes
Hugh Grant-
in your.
So she's a little girl. I think she's born in the royalty. Something happens. So now,
Okay.
but like she doesn't, and she's a princess, but she's not old enough to take care of the kingdom.
Okay.
Something like that. I could be way off here. And so her like evil stepmother. It's like a Cinderella kind of thing where
Okay.
she's
Who's the evil stepmother?
Yeah,
Who
who do you-
plays
who do you
the evil
picture?
stepmother?
Glenn Close. She's fucking evil.
Still
looking.
never said who Hugh Grant is either.
So he
in his
is.
role.
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
get to him yet.
Okay.
So
He plays a big part in this,
Yeah.
in this
Yeah.
movie.
He does. So Glenn Close is obviously, because she's an excellent Cruella.
Yeah.
Just imagine her. I don't think she has half her hair dyed black and white, but I'm also
I don't not think that.
yeah,
you
it
know?
could be. So she actually is like against the good nature of the parents that passed. She is in charge of the daughter, even though the daughter is actually like inheriting the kingdom. And she's making it hell for her, and so she's basically.
I didn't think you were gonna have this many points. If I'm
This
being
is like-
super honest.
This is
Yeah.
like really a woven
Yeah.
storyline.
So
Rabbit-
basically,
yeah.
so she is like she lives her entire teenage years like under the thumb of her like evil
Yeah.
aunt.
Is she in a
Friend?
tower of sorts?
No tower. They live in like
No
they
Rapunzel
live in just like a
situation.
nice ass house.
Yeah.
But she has like a small room now.
Mm.
She has no dollies anymore, and she basically has to do all the work in the house. And then what happens is Hugh Grant comes in,
Saves the day.
and he's like a knight or something, some other royalty in another family.
Okay.
And he comes and he's like, everyone's like, they're like, back off, peasant. They lock her away when he comes around. But then she creeps out of her little room, and he sees her, and it's like one of those things. It's kind of like in Love Actually when he sees his assistant, and he just like
Yeah.
he's instantly like, oh my god, that's the girl of my dreams. 'Cause,
And he's
I
like,
mean-
we're gonna go to a musical together.
and everyone calls her like heavy for some reason. in
Yeah,
the
that was
movie,
fucked
and you're
up.
just like, she's like very
yeah.
average size.
Very normal. Like
But anyways, back to this story. Hugh Grant is in this movie,
this story being
And-
the Princess Diaries.
and then he
Okay.
he like sweeps her off her feet. Everyone's like, you can't have her, and he's like, yes, I can. And
Oh,
then
so this is Anne Hathaway's love interest.
yeah, and then
How old do you think these characters are? What year do you think
but
this
there's,
movie
there's
came
like
out?
different spans. So she starts out at 6 or 7, then she's like 16 doing
Okay.
the chores, and then she's probably like 21,
Okay.
and then he's
And Hugh
probably
Grant
like
is
29.
okay.
So he's pulling off
He's a little bit older, but he's not old enough where it's like ick.
it's
No,
It's not like a
icks.
it's not like a throw this script out. And then so basically they go against the goodwill, and they end up sending Glenn Close and her evil stepdaughters
Glenn Close.
packing.
Wait, her evil
Or
stepbrothers.
evil daughters. She has like some
Oh.
daughters
Like
in the
Cinderella.
mix.
So
Cinderella.
you're describing Cinderella with Hugh Grant.
I feel like I feel like
Anne
it's a
Hathaway.
Cinderella story with real people, and it's
Oh,
not a
okay.
fairy tale. It's like in real life.
But it's
Okay.
not. It's also not the movie A Cinderella Story.
Oh, maybe that's my confusion.
Yeah.
So basically, at the end of it, and then on top of it, like he's royalty, but he wants her to be the queen.
Okay.
So she becomes like the queen, and she, I don't know, she rules over the town.
She rules with an iron fist.
But there's a lot of
and
of
plunges the
like
country.
there's a lot of
into-
cute little like, oohs and
I mean, I think you
there's
pretty
a lot
much
of there's a
nailed
lot of
it.
tea and crimpets. A lot of what's the
Yeah.
fancy umbrellas called?
Parasol.
Parasol.
What?
Parasols.
You
yeah.
never heard the word parasol?
No, I've never heard that before.
Like
Lots
when
of
fancy people have an umbrella, but like it's not raining,
yeah.
and
It's
they're
like
just
for the
like
sun.
carrying
Lots
it.
of white
Yeah.
gloves,
Oh yeah, dude.
butlers. Yeah, the whole thing.
I think he nailed it.
A lot of white.
Yeah.
A lot of
Personally.
white walls. A lot of
Yeah.
very clean houses.
Mm. No dirt
lot
in
of-
their kingdom.
A lot of okay. Bring me some more biscuits, governor. Does this movie even take place in England?
No,
Okay.
it does not. So are you ready for the real plot?
Is it? Am I
I think
close?
we just
Yeah.
have to
How? Yeah.
before we.
Is it close?
I
think you'll find out.
You seemed so passionate while you were telling it. I don't want to tell you it's
Yeah,
wrong.
that was like really in detail, honestly.
I thought you were gonna be like, oh, doesn't this person like she does this or something and then goes here? You were like, I guess it all started in the great.
Yeah,
That's
I'm a
pretty
storyteller.
I think
Yeah.
there's one thing that we have to do first, which
We'll go over the cast. So
no, before that even, I think I would like to show Keith the cover of this movie
yeah,
because I think he's gonna find out a piece of information,
it's gonna be detrimental
and
to his health.
the world is gonna be shocked to hear his
Yeah.
reaction to this.
Anne Hathaway, Glenn Close, and Anne
Do you know
Hathaway
who that
has
is?
Headphones on. She looks like herself, but not like herself.
But like the other person, not Anne Hathaway.
yeah, I know. That's what I mean. She looks like. I know.
I think that's a person you feel particularly passionate about.
Oh
The hills are possibly alive.
The hills might be alive.
wait, she's still.
Miss Julie Andrews,
But she looks that young in that movie. When did this movie come out?
2001. This was Anne Hathaway's
What?
first
Is she
breakout
eating-
role.
Is she like
Yes.
what? Okay, what kind of illegal substances is she? Is she
Yeah,
using, like-
she's 88 right now.
Yeah,
So
she
this was
like
20. She was like
she's
in her
in her
60s in that movie.
She looks like she's 42 tops.
I don't know about that.
She's been selling something like her soul.
Something. She's been eating some.
Okay, so
veggies.
Glenn Close is replaced by Julie Andrews,
Which
another
you're
evil,
thrilled about.
evil lady.
Thrilled.
so-
Yeah.
Thrilled. So, all right, the rest of the cast. Em, do you want to go over the rest of the cast?
Oh my god,
Sure.
I can't believe
Yeah, dude,
that
it's
you.
nuts.
So I have it right. I have the plot right. Evil.
No. You,
It's
no.
only in your own world that Julie Andrews is evil.
Yeah, no, she is not
in your
evil.
personal world.
So
But
she's
is she
not
evil in this
evil.
movie.
No.
Ah, fuck.
No.
Shit. All right, rewrite it. Can I start over? I will watch Sound of Music this weekend.
It's you don't have to. I'm not like
Have you guys? Do the people know Keith's feelings about The Sound of Music?
Keith doesn't like Sound of Music for whatever reason.
Like particularly doesn't like Julie Andrews. Really, is what it comes
is
down
that your
to.
problem?
He really doesn't like Julie Andrews.
I think.
Why?
All right, so I don't really know why. I think it's because I was like, I think it's because when we were putting movies on the board every week, did Julie
Yeah.
Andrews go on the board once?
Probably.
Yeah, she probably did.
And I think I just had too much caffeine and I started freaking out.
You started.
And I walked in, I was like, oh, great, Julie Andrews, The Sound of Music. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, everybody loves The Sound of Music. And then I said some
And then
really
you
bad things. about-
trashed it, and
I
you
said
said
I
some
hope
upsetting
she-
things to my wife, and then
I said, I think I said, I hope. I was like, yeah, I'll just wheel her right into the green pastures or something like that.
yeah, it was something not cool.
And
she's a listener, so you're done
then
for.
Emily reminded me that there's a pivotal point in this movie
Yeah,
where it just
Brutal.
switches, and I was like, oh yeah, you can't hate this movie.
is that the part where the war comes full swing?
And so I was like, oh yeah, maybe I don't actually hate this movie. Maybe
Yeah.
I just was like overreacting.
I will say that I forget about that part of the movie
Every time they
every
swindle
time.
you with the songs.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, how
It's
could
so
this be?
joyful.
How could this be wrong? And then it's like, oh my god.
I was like, why does everyone need to watch a musical? And then I was like, oh yeah, okay. And the movie's good. I had to watch it a lot. I think it's because I was forced to watch it as a kid
Yeah,
multiple times, and like it was 4 boys.
yeah.
And my stepmom was just singing all the songs, which is fine. But I think it's just like one of
Which
those.
is fine.
She's like a great singer. She has a great
Yeah.
voice.
That's good.
But like, I think it was just one of those things where I just had
You just so you're just
Seen
like
enough
I
as a
hate
kid.
this. Yeah,
haven't watched it as an adult, but I will.
not going. Oh, okay, great. So
No,
we had
this is 2024. I'm changing it up.
that's good. So Emily, continue with the cast.
Okay. So we have Julie Andrews. She plays Clarice Rinaldi.
Don't say that
What's your
second
character's
part.
name?
It gives away the plot.
Right.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's for Keith, not for the listeners.
Anne Hathaway is playing Mia Thermopolis. That's her name in the movie.
Heck of a name.
Yeah. Hector Elizondo plays Joe. He's just Joe.
So that's,
She's Joe.
that's my Hugh Grant.
Yeah, that could be your.
Could
Hugh
be.
Grant.
Heather Matarazzo plays Lily Moskovitz. And
Mia's
then
her best friend.
Mia's friend. And then her brother is played by... I'm looking through the list. Where is he? I thought he was on here.
He is on here. No, he's not. I don't know.
He's not in here. Anyway.
But her brother, Mia's brother.
His name's Michael.
Whose?
His name's Michael in the movie.
You guys reading
Her
a
brother.
puzzle over there?
Yeah, I don't
That's
know
what
what's
you'd
going
think.
on. No, Lily's brother, you said.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Mia's brother. I was
No,
like, Mia doesn't
Lily's
have a brother in
brother
this movie.
is also a main character. His name's Michael.
Okay, so I got that
Okay.
right so far. She's a single child.
There are also a couple of good celebrity cameos in this movie, including Mandy Moore. She plays like the popular girl at school.
Yeah.
And Sandra Oh plays the principal at Mia's school. That's pretty cool. Sandra Oh.
She plays.
She's from.
She's Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I actually know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's really good in this movie too.
So this is where Robert Schwartzman
Oh, there he is. Okay.
plays Lily's brother. Her basically Mia's best friend, Anne Hathaway's best friend's brother, who was in the band. What was the band?
Rooney.
Rooney. What was that song? You played the song earlier.
When did your heart go missing?
Yeah, when did your heart go missing? Do you know that song?
It doesn't seem like it's not looking
No,
like
it's
it.
not looking good.
I might be able to pick it
he's
out.
like the front man of that
Yeah.
band
Okay.
In real life.
in real life.
And then we get a couple of other just no-namers who
I
are
feel
just
like
a bunch of losers.
We've covered the important people to the plot.
All right. Now let's get in. Oh, the budget for this movie is $26 million. The box office, they made $165 million. Killed it.
And guess what? I didn't even give $1 to it.
Yeah. How does that? How
Oh, you
does
said
that?
it's 2001. I would have been
It's okay. Take your time.
13.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm watching that movie when I'm 13.
Dude, Princess Diaries, you're like, yeah, dude, this movie stinks. But so I thought this was pretty cool. You pointed this out earlier, Em. So this is directed by Gary Marshall, but it was produced by, one of the producers was Whitney Houston, which I thought was pretty
Oh,
cool.
she had her hands in this, huh?
Yeah. This is a Whitney film.
So it's got does it have songs in it?
I don't think it has any of her songs, but it does have a really good soundtrack. A good like early 2000s soundtrack.
Yeah. But this movie is based off of a book series called The Princess Diaries by Meg Cabot. Cabot?
It's just Cabot.
Cabot, like the cheese.
Cabot.
Yeah,
You're over there
it is
trying
spelled
to
the same as the
Cobah.
cheese. So.
You're over there trying to just
Reinvent the wheel.
Sounds special.
All right, so now let's get into the plot. So, Keith, along the way, since you've never heard this, if you need to ask clarifying questions about what's going on,
Oh, and I will.
please do. So we're going to check in. We're also going to make sure we check in with Keith, just see how he's doing with the plot, what he thinks, and then we're going to compare it to his plot.
I think
I'm comparing.
I'm pretty sure I nailed it. I'm pretty sure I got
Yeah.
the actors and actresses
Well,
wrong,
all right.
but I nailed it.
Well, let's hear we'll get into the plot. Ready? So the movie starts off with a young Hugh Grant. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh man, I was gonna lose my shit.
No.
But a young, what's her name? Mia, right?
No, and she's just the age she is. She doesn't grow up, but others no.
No flashback.
No flashbacks. All right, so Mia Thermopolis, played by Anne Hathaway, is a student at Grove High School, residing with her single mother, Helen. So you had that part, right? A little bit of just a scooch
Little bit
of
of tragedy.
Always a little tragedy.
scooch of tragedy. Her dad passed away. That's the scooch of tragedy. At a refurbished firehouse in San Francisco. So this movie's set in San Francisco. She lives in a firehouse. I don't think that adds anything to the movie, but
But it is. It's. I think they just wanted the girls of America who saw this movie to be like, "Oh, her house is so cool. I wish I lived.
I
in
wish
a house
I was
like
a
that."
firefighter.
Or was her dad a firefighter?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Well, you don't know anything about you. Only at this point in the movie, all you know is that her dad has passed a couple months ago.
And they just randomly live in a
Recently.
firehouse. I'm
Recently.
thinking her dad was a firefighter, and I've got questions.
So there's
After you guys can finish the plot, I'll ask this question.
no, sprinkle it in.
What the?
So-
How do you move into a firehouse?
I don't know.
It's got the pole and everything.
So her mom is like a very artsy person. So I think it's. I think it's
and her mom's Julie Andrews, right?
no, her mom is not Julie Andrews.
Oh, because Julie Andrews is the evil stepmother.
Yeah, maybe
When
I
her
don't
mom
know.
dies later in a
in a boat accident.
well, she tries to answer the Ghostbusters call. She tries to get down that fire pole as fast as possible, breaks both legs, and bleeds out.
Yep. And then it just ends.
Yeah. Okay.
So she is in a refurbished firehouse in San Francisco. She's kind of an awkward. She's very nerdy, very awkward. She's like big frizzy hair. It's not. So you're supposed to be like, look at this poor guy trying her best. Her best friend, shows up. They're basically talking. So this is all in the early parts of the movie. Her best friend says this. The only reason I bring this up because this quote is wild. She's like, Mia's really sad, and she goes, I mean, it's been a couple months. Like, why don't you just get over it?
Aren't you over that?
Like, aren't you over that? About her
What
dad
did
dying.
I swear we watched another movie recently where that same exact thing was said, like something very similar. Like, aren't you over it yet?
Aren't you? I don't know.
But it was like a family dying.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't it? Was it Scream or I Know What You Did Last Summer? It was something. I thought it was something we covered. It was just like a.
I mean, I know what you did last summer. It's like it doesn't matter. Like they're dead.
No, I think it might have been Scream. Yeah, it's Scream. It's Scream because
Okay.
I think Billy says to her like.
Oh, I do know. Yeah, that's wild. But anyway, so she's Mia is very dude. It's cool.
Yeah, I'll see myself out. That's
great. So she's very unpopular. Mia's very unpopular. She has a big public speaking scene that comes up. So she has to basically get in front of the class. And you find out at this point that she has a big crush on a classmate named Josh Bryant. He's kind of like the jock, like pretty boy type guy. But is often teased by his girlfriend, Lena Thomas, who is played by...
Mandy Moore.
By Mandy.
So that's
Moore.
Mandy Moore. Is the other guy like a hunk, like a teen bopper?
Yeah, he's a hunk teen bopper, as Keith would say.
Well, I mean, is he like somebody? Is he like?
Let me
is it
see.
like
see.
Jonas Brother or something?
Nah, dude, he wishes. Yeah. Do you remember? Do you remember who it is?
Look it up. Yeah, I'm
Who?
derailing you. You can keep going.
No. Yeah. Well, we
Who
have
plays
to.
Josh?
Oh, Eric Von Detten.
Oh, cool. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he was in Brink.
Yeah.
He played.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Brink
right.
is this movie I have seen.
That
That
is-
came around the same time,
Brink
right?
is a good movie. Yeah,
I think so.
it's
That was
around
like
there.
late '90s, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, so she is teased relentlessly by the popular girls, including Mandy Moore. And Mia's only friend is social outcast. I hate the way that she's described. Lily Moscovich and her older brother Michael, who you will find out later on the movie that he has a little bit of a little crush on Mia. So yeah, dude.
If you haven't seen this once, you've seen it twice.
You've seen it a bunch of times. So anyway, so she's kind of just living her life, trying to
Survive high school,
basically. When out of the blue, she learns that from her estranged paternal grandmother, so her grandmom, Clarice, I think is her name.
Mm-hmm.
Clarice, Clarice is played by the one and only Julie Andrews.
As she would be.
As she would
as
be.
an evil old grandmother.
As an evil old grandmother. So she basically shows up and tells Mia that she is in fact heir to the small European kingdom of Genovia. And that she is a princess.
Yep. Okay.
And so she never, just to be clear, did not ever have contact with her before that. And so she just like showed up out of the blue. This is her like meeting her for the first time.
Her mom is like your grandmom, like your dad's mom.
Dad's mom
is in town. Like, why don't you just get to know her, meet her? Like, it'll be nice that you two get together. And she just basically drops this on her.
That's suspicious.
So Dad's mom's a queen, and they've been living in a firehouse in San Francisco.
Yeah.
They just want to.
What do you think of that?
They just want to separate themselves from wealth.
They're
like, I can't have tea and crumpets with my grandma.
So
there's like a bunch of beef because apparently Julie Andrews, Queen Clarice, did not want her son to marry Mia's mom.
Commoner.
Because she wanted to live in a
wasn't
firehouse.
like in royalty and they didn't like her. So there is beef about why they ended up. And like I think actually before Mia's dad died, it's kind of implied, but I think they were divorced.
Yeah, so they were divorced.
And then he passed away, so it's just really her and her mom, but there's like family beef.
Julie Andrews is like, the hills are not alive with the sound of
peasants.
So anyway, she has inherited the throne from her recently deceased father, Philippe. So he was supposed to be next in line, but he bit the dust. She's not over it. It's been like 2 days.
And we still don't know why. He wasn't like an amateur firefighter.
No, they never explain what happened to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's a little fun fact that you told me. She has a picture of her dad that she shows, like, that the camera goes to. She's kind of like talking to it. What's your little fun fact for that?
That's Anne Hathaway's actual dad.
Is he wearing like a stuntman gear or like how did
human?
It's just like a nice picture of him.
Yeah, he's just like a photo.
So
it's
really
like a
her
headshot.
dad.
But she just says something about like her dad like looking over her or something. But it's Anne Hathaway's real dad because the dad actually isn't in the movie at all.
Not one bit. He's dead.
But they don't do any like they just don't do any like flashback scenes or anything like that. Like he's just not in it at all.
So it's like Harry Potter's mom where she's in every single movie but she's never alive.
Yeah, where they're like, "Oh, mom, what would she do?"
She's probably making millions.
Harry Potter's mom.
She's literally just in a moving picture. Oh, Harry, mother.
Harry.
Harry, get back for the photo.
Anyway.
And they just show her. They do that same scene in 9 movies.
All the time. Yep. Every single
she's
movie.
She's just sitting. She's literally in the kingdom of Genova.
Of Genovia.
She's like, oh, I'll have my tea and crumpets, please.
I think in Keith's version of this movie, Genovia is also the UK.
Yeah.
I don't know where
I think it's a
Genovia
circle.
is.
It's just described as a small European kingdom.
Okay. So, yeah.
So you find out that she is heir to the throne. Clarice is determined to make Mia basically like, you will be a princess. You're going to be like, I'm going to teach you how to act and how to be like proper and stuff, basically to one day rule the kingdom. Or that like she's like going to be next in line. Mia does not know what to think about this. She's super overwhelmed. She initially says like, I'm not doing this.
She runs away.
She runs away, goes back to her firehouse or whatever, and is like, I'm not doing this. Like, you can't just like, school's already hard enough and now I'm a princess. Like, what the hell is going on? And the mom's like, yeah, well, we had an agreement. Your father and I had an agreement that you would come live with me in my firehouse and wherever in San Francisco so that you could have a shot at like a normal childhood. And then basically once you turned 18, it would be revealed that she would do it. But the dad bit the dust. So
she had to find out.
She had to basically be like, look, if you don't take over, you know, we're done for, you know? And that's my Julie Andrews impression.
She's like, no, Mom, I don't like money.
She's like, no, Mom, this is your dream.
I don't like tea and biscuits.
I don't like crimpets. So she basically, the grandmom said, they come to an agreement that she would basically, the grandmom would stay in town and she would have, I think it was like 3 weeks or something, a couple weeks to like decide.
It's leading up to the annual ball. She wants to like publicly announce her like princess-ship at the ball. So she has to get ready in time for the ball.
It is all very hush-hush, I need to add.
I got that part right.
Yes. Did you?
I had it in my head. I knew there was a ball. I knew there was a ball.
There's always a ball. Come on.
Yeah.
So basically, like she agrees to attend what her grandmom is calling her princess lessons, on the condition that she like, you know, has some time to decide. So Mia receives like a huge makeover. It's all very hush hush and stuff like that. She has like a limo driver who is played by Joe. Remember that guy Joe? It's like the queen's personal driver. So he starts driving her around. So she has all this like wild treatment. She pulls up to school. She's like a new makeover and she's pulling up in a limo, but she can't tell any of her friends or anyone. And everyone at school is just like, oh, yeah, you're so good looking now, you loser. Like, it's really weird.
They're like mean to her now that she has. But is that
she
when
like gets a makeover?
They're like, oh, I bet it's all fake.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, Mandy.
Suck.
That's because Mandy Moore's been spending her whole life.
Yeah, just being a gremlin,
being coated in makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, make me another number 1, please.
Yeah, and that's
okay,
she says
Mandy,
that exactly.
Oh, we need some more candy. Shut the hell up.
Get the fuck out of here.
Nah, Mandy Moore kind of rocks, but she's cool, I guess. I don't know. Maybe she sucks.
Do you know her? Does anyone really?
I don't not know her. So I mean,
so how are you feeling?
Wait, you said played by Joe. What do you mean by that?
Oh no, remember the guy? His name is Joe.
Oh, okay. I think you meant the singer Joe was the limo driver.
Who's the singer Joe?
I wanna know that song. Come on.
Wait, sing some more of it.
I wanna know what makes you. You know the song.
More?
Nah.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Come on, dude. That was like a high school. That was like a middle school dance song.
For you?
Yeah, I guess we're different.
Yeah.
Different middle school
Joe
eras.
Dash, I wanna know. You'll know it.
Joe Dash, I wanna know.
It's on B101 now. Who knows? Forget about it. Anyway, so it's not played by him. It's played by this character Joe. You said that guy Joe.
Yeah, played by Hector Elizondo.
Okay, so Hector's okay. Cool. So she is doing her princess lessons. Now, what are these princess lessons? Are we talking dancing? Are we talking?
It's just like
bowing. Is she doing this wave?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a scene.
Got it.
Like this.
Yeah, the people can't see it, but she goes like, you don't want to wave at everyone. Like she's like, you gotta like.
It's tiring.
It has to be like
this. Not this.
Yeah.
It's not this one.
No, it's not this one. It's not like. How would you describe this?
That's Princess Di, right?
Princess Di. I don't know. Yeah,
the wrist twist.
I thought everyone in
it's not a wrist twist. It's like a. You know.
This is a wrap it up. This is like a.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
like,
you know, like when you're in church and then it's like everyone's turn to come in and sing that little hand thing that the person does.
He's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always have to seem like holier than thou. Like, oh, look at me, I'm about to do something.
They're doing that little sing song thing, and they're like, yeah.
It's just
so it's that kind of wave. Wow, that was tough.
Yeah.
So Mia receives like I said, the wild makeover. She has a limo driver, my boy Joe. He is the queen's head of security and confidant. And him and her kind of develop like this nice relationship throughout the movie, which is kind of something that is a theme throughout. So again, like people are at school are like, yeah, dude, you think you're hot shit because you got like a blowout or whatever.
Yeah.
How would you describe that haircut?
Blowout?
Well, yeah, because earlier
I
in
don't
the
know
movie
what a
she
blowout
has
is,
like
but...
she has really like frizzy, unkempt hair,
Yeah.
which is actually a hairpiece. It's not her real hair. Earlier in the movie, later in the movie, it is her real hair. I was wondering because it's obviously like very, very thick, and like if she had that thick of hair, like how do they make it look so nice later? But it's because earlier is
it's a hairpiece.
Hairpiece.
She's wearing a tube.
So they give her a nice hair. It's like kind of like a little.
It's like straight.
right. So
Yeah.
they like
You said
smooth it all
blowout.
out.
I don't know what a blowout is.
blowout's like a.
Is it though?
Well,
What is it?
A
I
blowout
wouldn't
for
describe it as
a guy.
that.
The Jersey Shore thing where it's like.
See, that's what I thought. I'm picturing Pauly D, but then like I think
Then
didn't
how did
you go and you were like, oh, I got like a blowout.
Yeah.
I think
And
it's
I was
different
like,
I think
what
it's
is,
different for
I was like,
girls.
what is Em gonna come
Yeah.
home looking like Pauly D? Just the hair.
A blowout for girls is different, right?
Yeah.
How is it different for girls?
It's like styled
But why is it called a blowout?
because they use a blow dryer
Yeah.
See,
to
I always pictured it was like
blow your hair out.
you know, like in like, you know, like in like cartoons, like when Elmer Fudd's about to shoot someone, and they put their finger in it,
Yeah.
and it's like, doosh, and it like blows
That's what you
back.
picture.
That's what I picture as a
You
blowout.
thought Emily, that's the haircut
Yeah.
Emily was gonna come home
I thought
with.
it looked like I was like, oh,
It looks like she caught in a windstorm. Her hair's all blown back
yeah,
straight.
she looks like Elmer Fudd. Oh,
You'll pay for that one later. most people that call their wife Elmer Fudd don't get away with
Yeah.
it. So you can keep with your cute little antics now, but
yeah, but we know it's gonna be mayhem. So anyway, her friend Lily. So after she got this big makeover, her friend Lily is like, "Oh, look at you! Like you trying to be like all the popular girls that make fun of us." And she basically is like, "I'm gonna tell you something real, but you can't tell anyone." So she tells her
she's
a
on to her
princess.
the whole time.
So she tells her like, "I'm a princess, and that's why I got this blowout, not Elmer Fudd." So her friend starts freaking out. She's really happy for her and stuff. She keeps a secret, and basically just keeps going on. So it's kind of like a couple days later, they're going to school, and then everyone outside is like, "Oh, there's Princess Mia," and she's like,
There's
"Fuck."
press there,
There's press.
news
There's
people.
Oh, crap.
Everybody,
Gigs,
yeah.
gigs up.
Yeah.
Andy Morris.
Hate when the jig
Who
is
do, you,
up.
who do you think told?
The friend.
You think the friend did it?
Yeah, the best
That's what
friend.
everyone wants to think.
That's what everyone wants to think.
That's what the
But
people
no.
want you to think.
It was the hairstylist who said, "I was so proud of my work that I had to take credit for it."
Oh, so
publicly.
that's
So,
that's
yeah.
a epic plot twist there.
Yeah, the guy is.
You probably
nuts.
met this hairdresser for 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
That's
it's like
exactly it.
They just built that in the plot.
But that is like the iconic
Mm.
scene, like when he's doing her hair, and then at the
Yeah.
end they put up the pictures in front of her face. They hold the pictures of like what she used to look like,
And they
He's
move
like,
it, and
I
she's
give
there.
you a princess, and they move the pictures.
Yeah, we do that with Sable when we give her a
Yeah.
bath.
Oh.
I give you a princess, and she's like, ah. Her little rat
She's got a little
face.
ick.
Yeah, that's a big ick.
So that's an ick.
That's one ick.
One ick.
For Sable. So, like I said, he is responsible for. His name's Paolo. He is the hairdresser. He's responsible for basically selling out Princess Thermopolis. And they basically just the paparazzi just relentlessly swarms her. So then there's a scumbag line where she's trying to get into school. All this paparazzi's taking pictures of her, and Mandy Moore is like, "Oh yeah, I know
I'm
her.
her best
I'm her
friend."
best friend."
We do everything together.
Scumbag.
You
fucking
can't trust
scumbag.
her, dude. You can't trust her, dude.
Damn.
She's like,
Do you think that's what
I'm
they,
like Candy.
So this is a Disney movie. Do you think that they were like in the writer's room? They were like, and this bitch Mandy, she's a fucking star fucking.
Yeah, we'll put that in there, but you just can't say that because it's Disney.
Because
But
it's Disney.
You can
But
do
like
it.
we
you just
know
can't say
we
it.
know Walt would have said it.
I do
know?
like the how they pin the reveal on like a character that doesn't matter. That's
like that the writing
Yeah.
choice. They were like, and this
like,
fucking
it
hairdresser.
can't be the
Yeah.
best friend. Can't be Mandy Moore.
Yeah.
The movie are good characters. Hairdresser.
How about the hairdresser?
All right,
That's
I
like
guess
one of my favorite scenes because they're in the
Like when she's
principal's
getting
office.
so they're
No,
in
when
the,
they get
yeah.
there, so they're trying to all hide from the press. Queen Clarice comes.
Yeah.
Joe the driver comes, and they're all like huddled in the principal's office trying to like figure out what to do to like disperse the press. And that's when Sandra that's like her big scene really as
she
the
plays
principal.
And she's not
like,
handling it
it's
well.
so funny. Like she's so funny in that movie. She's like carrying a teacup to her and like shaking like this
she's like,
much.
I got you some tea, Your Majesty. It's like,
I told you there was. I knew there was tea. I knew there was tea.
tea.
Where's the biscuits?
no biscuits.
No biscuits.
But yeah, that is
I got a half.
She's like, she's just trying to get her like out of the room, the queen. So she's like, Joe, why don't you go review our security policy with this fine educator? And she's like, oh.
Yeah, she's like,
she's just like, you can tell it up. It's so funny.
You can tell that Julie Andrews throughout this, through like basically everyone she comes in contact with, like that when it's revealed that she's a queen, like you can tell she like handles people. People are like freaking out, and she's like, I think you are an incredible person. Like you can tell she's really good at it.
I'm still
but she really doesn't give a shit about anybody.
I'm still picturing Glenn Close, by the way.
You can picture Glenn Close if you need to picture it that way. That's fine.
She's just like, she always her face looks always blown out. She's always just like, she's just kind of scary looking, honestly.
Yeah, she's a little grandma.
I think it's just because I really picture her from 101 Dalmatians. So I mean, whatever.
Yeah, or whatever, dude. It's fine.
It's whatever, dude. Disney's fine. Like whatever.
It's fine. So now that the secret is out, it is the state dinner. She's at like basically her first trial run as like someone of importance. So she's meeting with a bunch of other people, all in San Francisco.
Yes.
Very
so
confusing.
There's a Genovian embassy in San Francisco. So that's where the queen is staying. And that's where she goes for all of her princess lessons, is to the embassy.
And they actually took the fire engines from their house. And I don't know where I was going with that.
Were you gonna try to just like slip in like a piece of false information?
I was trying to give a Keith fake fact.
Dude, I had fake facts for
Elf.
for another movie. For another movie that we're gonna do. I just was making them up.
You love it. Except the one episode you forgot to mention that there was another fake fact in there.
Yeah, it's okay.
So if you listen to the Elf episode and you're like, oh, I never heard that fact from Keith before, there's about a 95% chance that it was a hidden fake fact.
That's fun.
It is pretty fun.
So the state dinner is happening in...
It's just in the general area.
Okay,
yeah, they're in San Francisco.
But they're at a nice ballroom.
Nice fucking table, you know.
Yeah.
So she basically fumbles the bag the entire time. She just blows it. She embarrasses herself. She's like spilling stuff. She lights a guy on fire. So this is actually with the glass thing. So do you want to tell this little fun fact?
Oh, wait, which glass thing?
When she breaks the glass, when she's tapping on it.
Oh, yeah, at the dinner. So she is trying to do like the toast thing, you know, when you tap your fork, and she breaks the wine glass.
And that's like a big scene where they're like, everyone's like staring at her.
Yeah. So she breaks the wine glass. A waiter comes over and like helps her clean it up. And the waiter that comes over to help her clean it up is the same waiter who does basically the same role in Pretty Woman.
Okay.
So they like, it's like a very similar scene to what happens in Pretty Woman when she breaks the wine glass. And it's the same guy, and he's like, don't worry, it happens all the time. Which, like, for him, like, it's the second movie he's done that in.
But you were saying that this was like, it was the plot of this movie is compared very similarly to like Pretty Woman for Disney.
Like a younger girl's.
I was thinking it had to be some sort of like younger version of a movie. Yeah, I was trying to rule it out in my head.
But they basically that's like a direct like nod to.
Okay,
it's pretty cool.
All right.
And that fake fact was brought to you by. No, that was actually. I'm just kidding. No,
that would be like such a specific. Fake
that
fact.
would be really.
Yeah, but that's how you have to submit. It has to be something that's just like so. Like,
really
why would you
specific.
make this?
Yeah, like why? Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Yeah, like.
But then you were saying
like Will Ferrell and his mom.
Then you were saying that the silverware that she used, like the knife, that was actually Hugh Grant's. So that's how you do a fake fact.
Which character is Hugh? We haven't gotten to the Hugh Grant character yet.
There's no Hugh Grant.
Well, there's a Hugh Grant.
All right, let me clear the air.
I might have got the wrong.
The whole silverware thing, that was a fake fact. The actual breaking.
No way. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I believe Emily. I don't believe you.
What if you just stormed out?
You can't lie,
here?
like at all. Like you finished that
braked.
sentence and then broke immediately.
You turned like Hugh Grant's.
All right, dude, fine. I'm not gonna say anything.
Just don't look at anybody when you talk. You have to just.
Yeah, but then what? I'm staring at you,
just
and then I'm like, oh, and then for this fact.
No, you stare.
Just pretend you're reading it off the screen.
Yeah, and then the silver was actually Hugh Grant's. It's from his.
Hugh Grant's
is from his family collection.
It's been in the Grant family since the 1800s, apparently.
See that? Just like that, you did it.
Yeah, I did. Sure did. So basically, she is fumbling over herself. It's a big mess. Everyone's kind of like, this is the fucking heir to the throne. That's embarrassing. But the queen ends up spinning it as like, oh, like it's takes her clumsiness as like she's a normal person. Like it's gonna be fine. And everyone's like, yeah, you're right. Maybe
she's a queen of the people.
She's a queen of the people.
Okay. She's like, I'm just like you. I make mistakes.
Yeah, look at.
Sorry.
Is that your Julie Andrews?
Andrews.
Like, yeah, I was in. Yeah, dude, the hills are alive with the sound.
Can't be perfect all the time. I don't know what that is. Just go.
I don't know what made me think of this, but I don't know. I thought this movie would be really funny if Rocky Balboa played the grandma. But he's like, yeah,
Hey, you just got to pass it down. I mean, I know your pops didn't make it, but I mean, don't make I mean, he would have had a good shot.
It's
at
not
this.
about how hard you can hit. It's about how fast your dad dies.
Oh, that's not funny, but it's funny.
Sorry, Julie Andrews and Anne. I know you guys are both listeners.
Anne.
Miss Anne.
Oh, Anne.
Miss Anne.
Miss Anne.
Hey, Miss Anne.
So basically, they said, all right, after that dinner, maybe we should just spend some like actual quality time together and like get to know each other. Like the secret's out. You're a princess. I'm the queen. Like you still haven't officially accepted it. Like let's just get to know each other a little bit. So they have this like nice little day planned. They go. She eats a corn dog. The queen eats a corn dog.
Oh, dude, Grammy's getting. Oh yeah, she's getting snacks. She's like, oh, I've never had such a snack in my life.
They play a bunch of old like boardwalk games.
Yeah.
There's like an arm wrestling one, and she's like,
Yeah.
I have to put my hand on that.
Yeah, and she like puts a little napkin over it.
Yeah.
It's just very.
Miss Anne is getting like,
Yeah.
she's learning how to become proper, and then
But then she wants to just bond.
those
with
who
her
should not be
granddaughter.
named is getting
Voldemort.
Voldemort is getting
Yeah.
the great Julie Andrews. She's becoming like a human now.
Yeah, so they're like, maybe we can both learn something from each other, Rock.
It's like bada bang.
Bada bing. Anywho. So they basically cancel their classes. They have the nice afternoon. And while they're bonding, Clarice explains that although Mia's parents loved each other, they divorced amicably in order to pursue like their own passions. Like the mom was like, I fucking love fire engines.
But I don't want one. I just want the
I don't
house.
want one. I just want
near
the
them.
house. So she like did it to pursue art, and Philippe remained in Genovia to eventually become king. And basically, like Mia went with her mom to have like the normal childhood. And
He's
then-
like, yeah, you and Mia can have that peasant life. I'm gonna be the king.
Yeah,
I want my
king.
tea and biscuits.
Yeah,
You can have your little
you
funky
can have
fire
your
pole.
fire pole, and your that's wild. So as Mia's popularity grows, obviously, because she's like now famous,
Everyone
I guess
knows
everyone
she's a
knows her.
princess.
Josh invites her to attend a beach party with him. Josh is the
The
popular
teeny
handsome
bop.
Well, yeah, what did you call him?
Hunky teeny bop.
A hunky teeny bop.
You know, like what's his name? Like Jacob from
Twilight.
Twilight. What's that guy's name? Not
Taylor
Cullen.
Lautner?
Cullen
Taylor
looks
Lautner?
like he's gonna
Taylor
die at
Lautner.
any second.
All
Yeah,
right,
Taylor Lautner. Yeah,
gun to your head. Taylor Lautner or who's the pale boy?
yeah. Not
Yeah, no one's
know.
gonna
Robert
use a pale
Pattinson.
boy.
Did you
Pattinson-
see
no,
Lighthouse?
No, people. Yeah,
Did
it's a
you
good
see
movie.
Lighthouse?
He's
No.
an awesome
Dude,
actor.
He's a salty
Good time.
sea hand.
He's an awesome actor.
Yeah.
But he is not attractive.
Really?
What?
What do you
He
mean,
looks like
really?
he needs
Why are you
vitamins, bro.
acting like you don't
He
know?
looks like he hasn't had vitamin D
All right.
in about 26 years.
All
He's
right,
living.
so then
He's
fun-
living off of bagel bites and old Yoo-hoo. He's
We're
got
so-
the
Not
the
new
nutrition of a
Yoo-hoo.
6-year-old.
Old Yoo-hoo.
So, all right. Now
And
let me
then
ask
Taylor
you a
Lautner
follow-up.
he's got vitamin K, vitamin D, all the vitamins, and he's getting 9 hours of sleep a night. He's got a workout regimen. He's got a skin guy, a hair guy,
Oh yeah.
guy
dude.
that clips his fingernails,
Do you think he's eating?
and he can transform into a wolf.
Do you think he's doing the athletic green?
Oh, for
stuff?
sure,
Yeah,
dude.
he's got his
He's got the
adaptogens
colon
and
broom
stuff.
going, everything. His system is firing.
He is operating at 100% efficiency.
And ladies, yes,
Internally.
he is that good.
Yeah. So this isn't related to.
And he did not play Batman with eyeliner, so he's cool.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Something in the way. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Anywho, so I had a follow up not related to this movie, but I think we're going down a weird tangent now.
No, we need to pull it back.
All right,
I
finally,
fucked up.
last one, and then we'll keep going. Robert Pattinson or William Dafoe in The Lighthouse? If you had to marry one, yeah.
To marry one?
You have to.
Oh my God, Willem Dafoe's a slime ball in that movie. He's just
Yeah.
a creature.
Why'd you spill your beans?
Yeah, dude, fuck that. I mean, I
All
guess
right.
I got Pattinson.
Yeah. All right, so you mull over that while we keep going.
I don't think I want to marry either one. Do you have to live in the lighthouse too?
Yeah.
Ah. Is it in black and white?
So you could either live in the lighthouse or in Mia's firehouse
Mia's Firehouse with Julie Andrews?
with Julie Andrews.
Yeah, I would
Like
live
she's hanging out. You don't
with,
talk to
yeah,
her,
I would
though.
live with Voldemort.
Great. Anyway, so Mia's popularity is growing. Josh, the teeny bopper heartthrob, I don't
Played
remember.
by
Sure.
Jacob Lautner.
No, not played by Jacob Lautner. Invites her to attend a beach party with him. She accepts. Basically, she accepts this and blows off her friend. So Lily has like this. It's like a radio show or like TV show.
Yeah,
so
it's
this
like,
is like
it's
public
like for the
access
school.
type thing.
It's
Yeah.
like Mean Girls, where she just forgets her friends.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah. You get
Your
it.
classic teeny bopper storyline.
Yeah.
So she basically just skips out on Lily, and Michael,
Lily's old
brother, separately asked her out on like a little something, and so she basically blows off both of them to go be with the little teeny bopper guy. So the paparazzi ambush me at the beach party while all of the cameras are on her and stuff. Josh kisses me in front of the paparazzi.
Oh,
get his little 15 minutes
so
of
Michael
scumbag.
is in his room thinking about what his next move
Yeah,
is.
Michael is in his room just
going-
fuming.
Something in the way.
He's just going ick to himself. Yeah, so he's feeling down. While Lena, basically the why I can't fucking remember her name. Lana.
Mandy Moore.
Mandy
Just say
Moore.
Mandy.
Mandy.
Nobody cares her name's Lana.
Okay, so Mandy Moore's character called the paparazzi.
Ah, she set it
Yeah.
up.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a huge scumbag. And basically they do it while she's also at the time she was then trying to change into a bathing suit or something, like when the
Yeah, or out of her
paparazzi
bathing suit,
out of
I
her
think.
bathing suit to like try and get out
In
of
one
like
of the little
the
like changing tents at the beach.
she's trying to like get away. She's like, I gotta change back in my clothes. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like the paparazzi are here. Mandy Moore pushes over the thing to try and get a
she has to
little.
do the old whoop,
Yeah, yeah. She does have to do the old whoop.
the
Indeed.
old cover the goods
Yeah.
and get it moving.
Is that your morning routine? Cover the goods and get moving. That's nuts. So basically they're bummed out that she now has these scandalous pictures. Basically her grandmom is like, yeah, this isn't like princess behavior. Like,
But
you were
she's
not
still
thinking.
a minor, right?
Yeah,
That's kind of
Yeah.
weird.
yeah, dude. There's a lot of sketchy things.
Paparazzi are scumbags.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I don't like this.
Yeah,
Ick.
I
That's
hate it.
that.
That's
I'm
the
sorry.
ick.
That's
That's
the
it.
ick.
That's the ick.
Oh crap! That was the ick.
Sable, tally that ick. No, she's dead to the world. Basically, so after this, she was like, I'm so sorry, Grandma. I'm like, fuck it. Like, I won't be princess. Like, I'm so sorry
Like,
to
I
have
ruined it.
caused you everything. And Joe, her driver and confidant, is like, hey, Queenie.
Remember that time that you had to do the old cover and go?
Basically, is like, she's like, she's a teenager and she's your granddaughter. Like, maybe cut her some slack. And the Queen's like, Joe, you sexy bastard.
She's like,
I
give Mama a kiss. I don't know. Julie Andrews is probably a very nice lady.
Yeah, I bet. So basically, they move on from there, and the Queen's like, maybe you're right. So after making amends with her friend Lily, Mia finally stands up to Lana. Mandy
Lana.
Moore. Lana. Is it Lana or Lana?
It's definitely Lana.
It's
Neve?
definitely Lana.
Because her and all her friends have rhyming names.
Really?
Lana and
It's like
Moana.
Lana, Tana, and something else. They
Oh,
all
yeah,
remember
there's
they
like
have their
a-
little song?
There's like a bitch pack of 3 of them.
So this is Mean Girls.
It's Mean Girls. Okay. So she finally stands up to Mandy Moore for bullying one of the schoolmates. She's like, for the first time actually speaking up. Mia invites both Lily and Michael to the ball, but Michael declines. So this is like the big Genovian ball that we were building up towards.
She's
You
gonna be
remember?
presented.
She's gonna be presented as the princess. You remember, right?
Yeah, he's still in his room. Something
Yeah, so he's-
in the way.
Everybody hurts. He's just blasting all the hits. Michael declines, saying like, "Nah, you had your shot."
He's like, I'm too busy slapping myself in the face in my room.
I feel like he like thinks that he can't be like good enough to
Yeah.
be like
Oh, yeah,
escorting her
Lauder
to a
got
ball.
to her first. He's like, oh, I can't touch
Yeah.
it.
the teeny bopper heartthrob.
He's like, I don't have abs like that. I don't have a 24-hour
I'm
tan.
not even a fucking werewolf, dude. I can.
Okay, sorry.
So he's still like, no, I'm really sorry. That's it. That's it for me. So after this, Clarice, the queen, apologizes to Mia for scolding her. She basically says that like Mia must publicly renounce the throne at the ball. Like, you have to come. Either way, you got to be there.
You gotta say something.
You have to say
people.
something to the people.
Okay.
Basically, Mia is terrified at the prospect of like having to face all these people and say like, I'm not going to do this. So she tries to run away until she discovers, I think it's in her room, right? The letter from her dad.
Yeah. Well, at some point, the queen gave her like the diary.
That's right. That's
that
right.
It's like a tradition that it gets like passed down through the generations.
The princess
that you
diary.
keep a diary.
I just realized right now we've never spoken of a diary.
Yeah. So this is like a gift from her dad, basically, like to start her diary, and it has like some notes from him and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. And the show, she finds a letter, and it's basically like, it's the classic like, I love you or whatever. He's like, I'm sorry, I've been dead for a couple months. I
love you
or whatever. So she basically she reads this and she ends up going back. She takes back her decision to try and run away, basically. At this point, Mia's car malfunctions while she's driving back to the ball. And then she's basically stranded, and her car is a convertible. It's a Mustang.
And it's raining
in this movie, which is like kind of weird. They go over a little bit. We're going to gloss over that. And then it starts raining, so she's getting poured on. And then Joe, driver, confidant extraordinaire, basically comes to her rescue to pick her up.
So she doesn't have like a button that like presses like
the princess button.
Yeah, Joe basically was following.
No, like
you find out that Joe.
Oh, is it like a removable top?
This is just like straight convertible.
Straight convertible. It is a removable top, but it's basically down, and then it starts pouring.
But she can't just press the button for the thing to come up?
I think it's
an
stuck.
old car. It's an old car. But I do think it might get stuck.
Because she's also getting work done on the car throughout the movie. This is like an ongoing thing that like the car is not ready, and she's paying in pieces for them to like get it fixed up for her.
So she's
it's a
now
rags to riches kind of thing.
It's a rags to riches.
In the rags, almost the riches.
The rally.
Cinderella. Dead rally.
Yeah.
Wait, did you see that TikTok?
No, I didn't.
Okay. That's what I thought you were doing.
No.
It's a Saltburn TikTok. That's what I thought you were doing.
No, not one bit.
Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's cool. So when they finally come back, Joe brings her back. Mia is basically soaking wet at this point. She's looking all sorts of haggard, and she accepts her role as Princess of Genovia instead of being like, no, thank you.
But she's drenched like a wet rat.
She looks like a fucking just a sewer rat come to life.
She's like, I might not be much, but it's all I got.
Yeah, her nose is running. She's like blown into a hanky. No, that's not.
My convertible leaked.
Sam. Stupid. So she basically accepts the role of Princess of Genovia, while Helen and Lily look on proudly. Helen is her mom and Lily is her best friend. After changing into a gown, she is accompanied by Clarice to the ball, where Michael...
Oh, didn't see that coming.
In his room.
His face is still beat red from slapping himself.
He basically accepts me as a
Michael, are you blushing?
Like,
no, ma'am. I was beating the shit out of myself.
That's nuts.
Sorry.
So he accepts Mia's apology, invites her to dance. They go out to the courtyard where they basically both are like, "Ooh, I like you," and then they share a passionate kiss. In the final scene, Mia is shown traveling to Genovia in a private plane with her pet cat.
Fat Louie.
Fat Louie is the name of her cat.
I like that.
Yeah.
And basically she writes in her diary that she plans to relocate to Genovia with her mom. And like that's basically where it ends.
And then the best song ever plays. Miracles happen
once in a while. So yeah, that plays.
I feel like the credits just rolled.
Yeah, that's where the credits
rolled. You guys
roll.
nailed it.
Because Joe goes, "Princess, open your window." She opens it like on the plane window. And he goes, "Welcome to Genovia. Miracles happen."
And then it's just like,
and then it just goes out in the credits.
So every flight that Emily and I are on, Michael is
going, "Welcome to Genovia."
Every flight that I'm on, as we take off, I always lean over to Emma and go, "Princess, welcome to Genovia." Every single flight without fail. Yeah, it's like...
And then we have to play the song.
Yeah, without fail, 100% of the time.
That's cool. So you have that song on your iPod ready to go?
Yeah.
Nice.
I did make a playlist. We went to
Genovia, as one does.
No, we went to when we flew to Oregon. It was like a long flight. I made a playlist, and Em's like, "Oh, what playlist are you listening to?" And I made a fake playlist that was just that song a bunch of times. And I was like, "Yeah, you know, I'm just listening to this
crushing this song."
Yeah.
Hold on. So what happened to Michael though? Is he back to his room punching himself in the face again?
So Michael's in a band in this movie.
Oh, so he can't go to Genovia.
Yeah, because he's because of the lawsuit.
He's like, "Data should have done the old cover and talk." That's not, what did I call it earlier? Cover and run?
I don't know.
When paparazzi comes?
She
has to run.
Cover your goods and go.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, sorry.
We'll clip the link in here. No, I'm not going to do that.
I don't want to do the Google search.
Do the Google search. Yeah, so that's Princess Diaries.
Diarrhea? Is that what you about to say?
Diaries.
Oh.
That is the Princess Diaries.
So they go 95 minutes and then they tell you about the diary? That diary hasn't been mentioned at all until this
The
point?
diary is a very late
it's
entry.
She gives her the diary during her initial like princess lessons.
Okay.
But she's like, "Oh, cool, fuck
here's
off."
Here's a book.
Yeah, and that's basically it.
Here's
And the diary comes back.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, what do they just...
She doesn't like understand the full thing for a while. We never mentioned a
This
diary.
movie's called The Princess Diaries, and we have it. He's like, he's like, Act 17, you got to put it in.
You she finds the diary.
Hail Mary, and he just holds it.
Yeah. So that's pretty nuts.
Here's something to believe in.
Yeah, it's great. Genovia has a theme song though, which is fun.
Miracles happen. That's it.
No. But we watched this movie.
Genovia.
We watched this movie. I don't know. And when was the first time we watched this movie? It was like we were still dating or something.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen this movie since I was really, really little, and I swear to God, I stood up, like, went right in. I knew every word of their Genovia national anthem, like right out of the gate.
That's
bizarre. I don't know why.
So you, as a kid, this was like one of your movies?
No, we only watched this like a handful of times. But I was Genovia, like right into it.
See, I think if I had a sister, I have two ex-stepsisters, but I think I knew them when I was a little bit older. If I was younger, I probably would have seen this movie. But like, I don't think
Olivia doesn't watch these types of movies.
Well, she knows this one.
Yeah, because
I told her we were doing this one, and she's like, "You're doing that movie?" And I was like, "She's like, have you seen it?" And I was like, "No, that's the whole thing. I haven't seen it." And she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, that's gonna enjoy."
So based on this plot,
she likes it.
Based on this plot, would you see this movie?
Yeah, I kind of wish I would have seen it because now I know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's true. That's the risky. That's the risky. Right.
Yeah, so now I got to watch it. Yeah. So I got to watch The Sound of Music. I got to watch this.
Yeah.
Are you guys seeing the Mean Girls, the new thing?
We want to go.
What?
You keep saying there's like mixed reviews on it.
There are mixed reviews on it.
I thought they were just bringing Mean Girls back to the theater, and I was excited. And then I was like, "Oh, there's a whole new movie."
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's a Broadway musical.
So the movie was adapted to Broadway, and now the Broadway musical is being adapted to screen. So we've like come full circle.
Yeah. I don't know if I like that.
It's a movie adaptation of a Broadway musical.
Is Tina Fey in the movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tina Fey is her original role, and the principal Duval is his original.
Oh man!
So it's all like the same school, but
written by it was written and directed by Tina Fey.
Yes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I got the movies. I was like, oh, they're just bringing Mean Girls back. I didn't realize it was a thing.
No.
But yeah, this was a good. Did you have any other fun facts for this movie?
Yeah, I did have a couple actually. Well, one I was just looking at because we were talking about Fat Louie, the cat.
The cat. Yeah.
So there was a couple different cats that played Fat Louie throughout the movie.
We had a little Old Yeller situation with one of them.
What, the cats kept dying?
No,
I'm assuming there were some parts where they wanted him to do something like trained, and they needed like an actual trained cat. Yeah. But in some of the scenes, it's Anne Hathaway's actual cat.
So that plays Fat Louie. They're like, Anne, so you're going to bring your dad, your cat.
Right.
You're like, oh, give us I knew it. I told you. She's fucking full of herself.
Is that? Did you tell us that? I don't remember that.
Like, my dad has to be in the movie. My cat has to be in the movie.
Or I walk.
Yeah, but
you can tell Julie Andrews that Sound of Music ain't that good. Okay.
And Walt Disney's like, dude, we can't have two of these fucking ladies in this movie. They're just there's not enough oxygen for both of them. They're two hotheads.
Does this pass the Bechdel?
Yes.
Oh, for sure, it has to. Right?
Her and Lily talking definitely does because there's like a bunch of times where they're not talking about a man.
What is the official parameters for the Bechdel test?
The Bechdel test can only be passed if there are two female characters having a conversation that is not about men.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
she
there's
has
a lot of movies that don't do that, which is wild.
Yeah, you brought up a couple earlier. Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings does
Star
not
Wars.
pass.
Yeah, Star Wars.
And then I was like, oh, Emily, is that because there's only like one main female character in both those movies?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an astute observation, Keith.
I mean, there's other female characters, but most are male.
Most of
But
them.
between like her and her, like the queen,
Yeah.
doing like all their lessons and stuff, they're talking about, you know,
Yeah, so I figured it has to
other
be.
stuff.
Yeah.
So this one does.
What else did you see? What other fun facts?
They actually asked a lot of different people to play her before they landed on Anne Hathaway. But Anne Hathaway was in, the only thing she was ever in before this was a TV show. And I think they liked her on that TV show and then asked her. But before her, they asked Kirsten Dunst, Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah, Alicia
There's like a
Silverstone
whole-
would have been good.
Yeah,
good.
I think so
Yeah, that
too.
one
There's like a
would've
few
been good.
people that they asked before
That's pretty
they got
cool.
to Anne Hathaway. But this is obviously like a
It's
breakout
like her. So they
role
made
for her.
3 of these too.
3?
Right? 3?
I think there's 2.
There's only 2? I don't know what I'm talking about.
Princess Diaries 2 Royal Engagement.
Back in the habit.
Oh, she's in Ella Enchanted. Maybe that's the movie I was getting confused
Ella
with.
Enchanted,
Enchanted.
yeah.
Is that the plot I was telling?
It might have been.
Yeah, that looks more like it.
There's a possibility. Yeah, I liked this movie though. It's a good one.
Yeah.
It is. It's a,
Yeah. Ella Enchanted.
There's a scene for people who have seen this where she's walking on the bleachers. So there's like
that
she's
is a
walking
good
on
one.
bleachers talking to her friend Lily about like I can't be a princess, like basically kind of mulling it over, and she slips on the bleachers. She actually slipped in real life, but
Yeah, that
Anne
was like
Hathaway
not part of the scene.
didn't break character. She fell, started laughing, and was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. What were you saying?" And they were
Yeah.
just like, "We're going."
And even
with it."
like she's talking to Lily about something, and Lily stops and is like, "Oh my
Yeah, she's
gosh,
like,
are
"Oh
you
my God,
okay?"
are you okay?
And they
Yeah.
just like go right back into the scene.
So she's
Yeah.
So
like
they
a regular
kept
Tom
it.
Cruise.
Yeah, dude. She's doing all her own
Tom
stunts,
Cruise-
Scientology.
Breaks his foot and just keeps going.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, okay, that really is.
Yeah.
I just figured she'd been in something before 2001.
No, that
Yeah,
was like
it's
her
just like
breakout.
she's in like a show, like it's like a sitcom or something that she was in.
Yeah, what did we? She was 19 in this movie.
Yeah.
Right? So, Keith, any final comments?
I'm just looking at her thing. Oh, she's in Interstellar.
Interstellar.
That
yeah.
movie's incredible.
You've never seen Interstellar.
No,
Oh man, that's
I
a
have a
movie.
fear of space.
Yeah, Emily hates space.
But
Yeah, I know.
no, I'm thinking
Yeah.
it's not really
Oh,
a
I know.
space movie though, right? Like
Interstellar?
obviously
That's a
space
space
is
movie.
involved, but
Yeah,
they're on just a new planet.
it's space though.
Is it though?
Yeah,
They're not in space.
they're in space.
I had a panic attack while watching Apollo 13.
Is
That
it
helps.
the shuttle?
How old are you when
like
you watched
launching?
Apollo 13?
I was in 6th grade. We had to watch it in science class.
Like which
You're
part?
6th grade. You're
So
not
like you're strapped in CRT TVs there. It's about
Yeah.
16 inches big.
Right.
What year is this?
You think you're on that shuttle?
6th grade.
Yeah. Well,
So like,
what year?
is it the shuttle launch going into space that's scary? Or is it being in space?
Being in
What-
space.
Being in space.
Being in space. Yeah, but they're not in space though.
Would you go to space if given the chance? If someone was like, Keith, we're going to send the podcast up and we're going to record.
Like,
I
are we
don't
just
know.
like gonna be floating around or be going to another planet?
No, whatever. We're going to be floating around. If you could go to the moon, would you go?
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, same.
I guess.
Fucking
It's
A,
probably
dude.
fucking scary.
No, that's pretty cool as shit. I would do it.
Would you, if you could go on a little pod to the bottom of the ocean to see the Titanic? Would you go?
Am I guaranteed that
To
the pod
die?
will not?
Ah, this is messed
Explode.
up. This is
Yeah,
messed
this
up.
is messed up.
I thought it was gonna be funny, and then I
Yeah.
realized instantly that's not funny at all.
Mm. Keith got canceled.
Can you just
live.
can you just cut that part out of this?
Nah,
Dude,
I can if you
no,
really
because that
want me
part
to.
like the part kind of made my stomach hurt.
Yeah,
That was
nuts.
like real.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel real because it's insane, but it
Yeah.
was real.
It was real.
But Anne Hathaway in Interstellar, she also plays Selena Kyle in Batman. Dark
True.
Knight Rises.
True. Batgirl.
Just in Les Mis.
She's not Batgirl.
Yeah. Who'd she play?
She's Catwoman.
Catwoman. What did you say the other day? It was
One Day. Have you seen the movie?
So-
Okay, this is my favorite Anne Hathaway movie. Have you seen the movie One Day?
No.
Oh,
Oh, Anne.
no, man.
Like-
I went on this like super depressing run for a while
Oh,
where I watched
sure.
like romantic movies that will like make you actually just
just crumble.
basically crumble.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
And this is one of them.
Yeah.
Oh man, but
You
it's
crumble.
so good, and she's really good in it. I would say she usually needs some vitamins. She needs like extra meal or two. She just looks like malnourished sometimes.
She does. No, dude, you can't beat Devil Wears Prada.
I need to see that.
Oh yeah.
So
You
that's what.
never seen that?
No, remember we talked about
Maybe
this.
that should be our
God.
next one.
Yeah.
So
that
should I?
be the
But
next
can I
one.
watch that one? I want to watch it.
I want you to watch that one.
No, because I'm a
Yeah.
huge Meryl Streep fan.
I want you to
Yeah.
watch that, and then we could do that one.
Did I tell you?
Does Olivia like that movie?
Yeah, she's like,
Oh,
you
she'll
haven't.
come
She's
on
like,
too.
you haven't fucking seen this movie, and I was like, why would I see this movie?
Yeah,
She's
we'll
like,
do
it's
that
so
one.
good. But
That
Meryl
movie's
Streep, I used to
awesome.
be like, whatever. But the
Yeah.
last like couple years,
Deer Hunter.
Deer Hunter, and this
Mamma
movie,
Mia?
I haven't seen that.
Oh,
Yeah, that
Adaptation with Nicolas Cage. She's in that. She's just great.
Yeah.
what was that?
Oh, Meryl.
That one about the Don't Look Up.
Don't Look
when
Up.
When she
I
plays
have that
the
on my list.
president.
That was funny. Yeah,
That's
that
what-
movie
She plays
was
the
pretty
president
good.
of the United States.
She's in that. Leo's in
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence. Oh, Jennifer
Jonah
Lawrence
Hill's
is
in
great.
that.
Jennifer Lawrence is great. You
Yeah.
guys watched the Jennifer Lawrence movie, right?
I watched it.
What
Emily
Jennifer
didn't
Lawrence
see it.
movie?
It's the it was the new one on Netflix.
Oh.
What's it called? I
No
can't
Hard
remember.
Feelings.
No Hard Feelings.
When
Okay.
she fights,
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
she fights
Jennifer
4 people
Lawrence
butt
is
naked.
completely naked in it, and she beats the shit out of like
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Because all right,
Cool.
Yeah.
no. I have
Yeah.
to. You have to sell it because it is not what you think it is. So, as a male, I was told, "Oh, Jennifer Lawrence is clad in this movie." I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay." It's not to me. It's not a selling point, but I was like, "Okay." So she is, but it is not like a wow, back a bow, chicka, wow, wow. They're just night swimming.
Yeah.
And then someone steals their clothes, and the boy, he's kind of just like introverted, kind of nerdy. He's like, I guess they stole our clothes, and she says, "Fuck that." She chases
She
him down
storms
the
the beaches
like the Terminator.
like D-Day.
Like, so you just see this person just like literally running like the Terminator.
Yeah, it's very
And she just
alarming.
fights 2 guys and 1 girl.
Yeah, it is a very funny
ending
scene.
in her suplexing the one guy and they all just run away.
Like just
It is.
it's
was
very shocking.
I was crying. It is like
Yeah.
one of the like I've never. Cause, all right, I mean, people are naked. That's fine, but you've never seen someone fight naked before.
Is that the quote for the episode? People.
Well,
are
I'm just
naked,
saying, like
fine.
it happens in movies. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But like I've never seen someone suplex someone.
I've never seen that.
and I'm just crying.
Yeah, it is very funny.
But she's great. She's in one of my favorite movies, Silver Linings Playbook. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Go
Makes me.
friggin'
movie's
eagle.
awesome.
I cry earlier and earlier every time I watch it.
Yeah, 'cause
I'm
you
like
know.
I'm like misty eyed. Olivia's like, "Are you crying already?" I'm like, "No, like, no, but I know this is the first time they're in the garage, but like, they're going to come
That
back." I was
movie's
like, "I
really
know
good.
this is the first time they
Yeah,
meet
that-
at the dinner, and I know it's awkward, and
Yeah,
I know they say weird things to each other, and I know they go to the diner, and there's a huge
and it's
scene."
with the fingers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
We-
know.
Have you ever been to that diner? I grew up going to that diner.
It's,
that they filmed it. It's Lanark.
No, I've never been there.
You never been there? They have a little plaque where they like filmed it and stuff, and like at the
Like, at
table,
the
there's a
table.
picture of them at the table. Diner's okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Food's
but
fine.
I like Jennifer
diner's
Lawrence.
okay.
Every diner's okay, but it's cool. Yeah, we
I
used
like
to go.
her, and I like Brad Coop a lot.
Yeah.
Star is Born. Don't get me started.
I think Keith was the star that was born after watching that movie.
Oh my god, that
Yeah.
movie, Lady Gaga. That also made me really like her too.
Yeah, she's talented.
No
lady.
makeup, Gaga. What did she ever? Why did she ever wear makeup?
That is the opposite of ick.
I'm just
I
like
don't know what that would be.
she's just like wholesome.
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't know. Whatever.
I don't know.
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
All right, so to wrap this one up, Keith, what would your favorite quote from this movie be? Because you never watched it.
Just like. All right, this is it.
All right, so
quote is-
this is Keith's quote.
The quote is when her dad Hugh Grant is reading her. So yeah,
I
Hugh
thought
Grant.
Hugh Grant was the love interest.
I got it wrong. At least if you admit when you're wrong, like you
yeah,
can move on.
you
in
can't
life.
be held. You can't be charged.
So her dad's like pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
I'm sorry I had to divorce her mom. She's a crazy art nut job. Needed a fire pole.
Need a fire
I
pole.
know. I left her for strippers and cocaine. But
Sorry.
oh, I'm sorry. I left her for endless tea and biscuits.
Sorry, Walt.
And yeah, my life ended early, and I'm really sorry. But yeah, just here's the key to the city.
I'm also Batman.
Something in the way. That was my quote.
That's the quote.
Hugh Grant.
Do you want to pick an actual quote? What's your
2001
favorite
Hugh
quote?
Grant. I like when
So we usually just
when she first finds out that she's a princess. And she's like, "So you're the princess, heir to the throne." And she's like, "Shut up." And Julie Andrews doesn't understand that it's like
it's like a
American
teenage
thing.
slang.
She's like, "I will not." And then one of the butlers comes over and is like, in America, but like she just like reacts in such a funny way.
I will not.
I will not do such a thing.
It's great. So is that the quote?
This is Julie Andrews, played by Glenn Close.
Yeah. Great. All right. Well, I guess that's our quote.
Wait, what's your quote?
Princess, welcome to Genovia. Miracles happen. That's my quote. With the part of the song, not the whole thing.
Nah, I think
It's
we
just,
should
like,
go with Shut Up.
fading in.
I think Shut Up's better. Shut up.
Well, she's like, me, a princess? Shut up. Something like that.
Yeah.
There's like more before the shut up, but
Wait, where is she? Okay, on the front cover you showed me, she's wearing headphones and sunglasses. Where's that in the movie?
It's not in the movie.
it's just like her.
That scene is not
It's just
in the
like her vibe. She's a casual gal,
Yeah.
Oh,
but she's also a princess because she
Yeah.
has the tiara on.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I was like,
Yeah.
she's rocking the headphones. And
Yeah. That scene doesn't happen.
Oh my god, this movie might as well be Dunstan Shack Sand, dude.
Anyway, all right. Any final thoughts before we leave?
I will watch Devil Wears Prada. That's what it's called.
Yes.
Meryl
Wears
Streep,
Prada.
Anne
Yes.
Hathaway.
Yeah.
Awesome movie.
Did you
guys should
like
watch,
this?
You guys should watch one day.
Yeah. Did you like doing it this way? Did you like us describing the plot too? Did you like this format?
Yeah, it was fun.
Good. I'm glad. So before we go,
I mean, the viewers will probably rather just have you two on here, not me. They're probably like,
No.
"Oh, Emily's back! Awesome!" They're like, "Oh,
sick.
Keith's
And be like,
so-"
oh my god, dude, when is this
like
charity
featuring
gonna happen?
Emily and Keith.
And Keith. Should I put this one? Princess Diaries featuring Keith.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
title?
yeah,
Yeah.
Do you
Well,
want
you
me to
have
do
to
that?
have Emily on the name because that's what
that's what
That's a
the
selling
people are
point.
here for. Yeah, that's fair.
Emily ...
Yeah,
And Keith.
and Keith, I guess legally. All right.
Yeah, he forced his way on this one again. I've been
Again.
trying to tell him I've been trying to give him a different address, but he keeps showing up anyways. I keep telling him we moved.
All right, Princess, welcome to Genovia. Until next time.
Miracles happen.